Hello everyone, welcome to Kids Mind Show. My name is Teacher Bradox. In this segment of Rhyme and Shine, we will be exploring shimmering verses. The shimmering verse of today is about silly monsters. Silly monsters. Now we will read the verse twice and then we analyze the verse so that we can understand the meaning of the verse. Silly monsters. In the closest, under the bed, silly monsters, blue and red, giggle and laugh. Don't be scared. They are just friends. It's playtime shared. In the closest, under the bed, silly monsters, blue and red, giggle and laugh. Don't be scared. They are just friends. It's playtime shared. Now the verse of today is about silly monsters, and the structure of our verse is in 4 lines, or we call it quatrain. Quatrain is a verse consisting of 4 lines. And also the verse of today has rhyming words. Rhyming words help the verse to have a sense of musicality, or creates musical quality, Now, the first set of rhyming words we have are bed, red. Bed, red. The next one we have scared, shared. Scared, shared. Now, these rhyming words keeps the poem to be easy to read, also to remember, to create that sense of musicality in the poem. Now, a quatrain type of a verse is a very simple one because it's very easy to read, very easy to remember the words, and also very enjoyable to read together with friends. Now, let's look at the meaning of our verse today. Silly monsters. In the closest, under the bed, silly monsters, blue and red, giggle and laugh. Don't be scared. They are just friends. It's playtime shared. Now, the overall meaning of the verse is try to encourage us all, control the fear we have for monsters. It now helps us now to see monsters as friends, to see monsters as non-threatening elements. That's the message, or the primary message of our verse of the day. Now, after looking at the overall message of the verse, now we want to look at the meaning of each line one by one. Let's start with line 1. In the closest, under the bed. In the closest, under the bed. Now, closest or under the bed are the places that we imagine that monsters live. Under our bed, we imagine that monsters live there, or maybe in our closest. Now, when we imagine those places as the places where monsters are, sometimes we be scared. Maybe when the lights are off, you are very scared to go to your room and maybe pick something from your room, because under the bed you'll meet with the monster, or in the closest you'll find monsters. Now, this poem simply starts by telling us the places we imagine monsters exist in our rooms or in our houses. Line 2, silly monsters, blue and red. Silly monsters, blue and red. Now, before we go to the colors of our monster, silly. Something silly means something fun, something you can play with, something when you see, instead of having fear, you have joy. Now, blue and red gives us the bright colors of monsters, and we know bright colors can't be scary. So that we don't have to imagine that monsters are always black in color or dark in color. So the poem or the verse introduces us to colors of our silly monsters as blue and red, which makes them very bright, makes them very friendly. Giggle and laugh, don't be scared. Giggle and laugh. Giggle and laugh simply are, let's say, they are words, friendly words, which may reduce that fear and create joy. When you see monsters giggling, monsters laughing, it simply means they want to play. Simply means they are welcoming you to join them. They are showing that friendly, they are not threatening to you. Don't be scared part simply means join and be their companion, be their friends, play with the monsters. We know you imagine things that makes you afraid, but the verse of today tells us don't be scared of monsters. They are friends. In the last line says, they are just friends, it is playtime shared. They are just friends, it is playtime shared. Simply means these monsters are friends. They are not our enemies. They are not things that we imagine so that we can harm our feelings. These are the things we imagine so that we can be filled with joy. We can be filled with happiness. They are our friends. It's just playtime shared. If you imagine a monster under your bed, just know that they are friends. Just know that it is just playtime shared. Playtime shared. It's not that they are enemy or you will be harmed in any way. It is time to play with the monsters. Now, silly monsters simply means the monsters which are not threatening to us. They are non-threatening in simple terms. They cannot harm our feelings, or in real sense, they cannot harm our body. The verse of today tells us to do so. I'm just here to maybe gives more assurance of what the verse of today is telling us, to give more assurance on what we need to do with our fears, what we need to do with things that gives us a lot of difficulties. Transform them into something good. Make them things that you can play with. For example, if you have imagination, if you have an imagination of a monster, think of something you want to play with. Because the verse of today will stick with you and helps you now. The silly monster verse will say, they are just friends. It is just playtime shared. Don't be scared. It is just playtime shared. Now, as we finish on the silly monster, the meaning or the message that is being passed across by our verse of the day, we tend to fear, or maybe we tend to be scared with things that happens around us. We tend to be scared by sounds that we hear maybe from outside or maybe at night in our dreams. You be scared, you wake up while sweating. Now, the verse of today gives us assurance, as a conclusion, assurance that nothing will scare you. Nothing will scare you, because it helps you to do what? It helps you to transform the fear, to transform the imagination that you have in your mind, to transform everything that you feel threatening to you into non-threatening things, into non-threatening things, into fun things. Maybe they are loving, they are friends, and you know friends are loving. Friends can't scare you. Friends, you share with them things, you play together, you do everything together. Now, someone laughing, someone giggling, it means that person is very happy. That person cannot scare you. So I'm emphasizing on the part of don't be scared, because they are just friends and it is just playtime shared. The verse of today was inspired by transforming the fears that we have as children, the fears that appear in our mind, into something that will be non-threatening to us. So let's not be scared. They are just friends. It is playtime shared. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the shimmering verse of the day. And for more shimmering verses, you can contact us through our SMS number 21144 or across all our social media platforms at GBS TV Africa. My name is Teacher Bradox. See you again, same place, same time. Bye-bye.